Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to a whole new Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor's Path. As you can see, I already have a continue on here, but that was mostly because I was trying to figure out what was the best way to record this, and it took a couple tries before I finally got something to work with us today. So, I haven't actually gotten very far yet, because I only did like 30 minutes recording, but, just letting you know, we finally got it to work. I can finally start producing this Let's Play, which I'm excited for. I have actually seen an entire playthrough of Prosecutor's Path in Japanese before, like, the final translation of this came out, the fan translation of it. So, I vaguely remember stuff that was going on, but I have not actually seen how the fan translation has done this game in particular. So, this is going to be somewhat new to me. And I apologize if the thing starts to lag a bit because this program is kind of weird and funky when it comes to playing these kind of things. So, let's go ahead and get started. In the new game, Turnabout. Also, I remember the first part is pretty quick, so I may not be able to read all the lines fast enough. There it is! We can see it! It's the emissary of peace from the east! The president's private plane is arriving at Gourd Lake! Can you hear it? The cheers of the crowd! Welcome, Zhangfa Republic! Welcome, Mr. President! Mr. President, this way, please. Your audience awaits. My dear friends, there is a reason for my visit. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that has been plagued my nation has been exposed and crushed. This possible thanks to our country's prosecutor's office. Blah, blah, blah. This goes really fast. I love how we have to thank the prosecutor for this. From the bottom of my heart, I convey unto them my utmost gratitude. However, the battle is still not over. I declare here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. Also, that is not his voice. The thing is just going really fast and I can't stop it. Ah! Oh no, panic, run, flee! Hurry, contact the prosecutor's office. We need that man, Miles Edgeworth. If there's anyone who can solve this case, it's him. We don't call the CIA or the FBI first, or, you know, a detective. We're just gonna call the local police and prosecution office. Alright, makes a lot of sense for an international thing. It would make more sense for Fran to come, you know, considering. Anyway. What if this must have reached every corner of the world by now? I gotta figure out how to use the keyboard for this. An assassination attempt on the president of the Republic of Zhangfa. Oh, timeline-wise, this is supposed to take about a week after the last case in the first game, I think? It was very recent, I know that much. It was either a week or a couple days since then. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. I was asked to investigate this grave incident, but upon my arrival... Mr. Edgeworth! Aw, Gummy, I miss voicing you. We've been waiting for you, sir! This man is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local precinct who assisted me on all cases under my jurisdiction. What is the president's current condition? I'm still not sure, sir. The paramedics just entered his plane a few moments ago. I see. I hope it's nothing too serious. Very well, detective. Please show me around the crime scene. Roger that, sir! Hey, mister! Just a minute! I'm begging ya! One of my favorite NPCs in this one. What's this? Mister! You're the prosecutor in charge of these parts, right? Can I ask you a little something real quick? I'm afraid I must refrain from commenting for now. Let's go, detective. Aw, shucks. Hey, wait! Mr. Prosecutor! Oh, hold on, Mr. Edgeworth! Wait for me, sir! Now then, detective, care to fill me in on the details? Basically, the whole thing happened here in Gourd Lake Park. There was a big welcoming event for the President of the Republic of Zhangfa. The President of Zhangfa, Di Junhong. I am very sorry if I mispronounced these names. As I recall, newspapers and news programs were making quite a deal over his visit. Newspaper article dated Johnny Tournament organizer. Oh baby. It rained a bit, but it stopped just before his plane landed. He came out and all of a sudden in the middle of his speech, bang! A gunshot! At least, I think it was. You think? Truth is, I just got here as well, so I don't know all the details, sir. So you've also called here on short notice? Yep, and today was supposed to be my day off! And I was supposed to be at the High Prosecutor's office preparing a case for trial. The Chief Prosecutor asked for you personally, sir. The Chief Prosecutor? The Chief Prosecutor was taking part in the welcoming event. Apparently, the Chief called out right after the incident occurred. Called for Fran or the FBI! Goodness, this is an international crisis. Call Prosecutor Edgeworth. He's the only one who can solve the case, he said. I see. So that's what happened. After the incident, we sealed off the park right away. Which means the assassin is still in the park. An assassin in this crowd? This could get dangerous, sir. If there is another incident, these civilians could get in harm's way. This is a race against time. Let's begin the investigation. First, we investigate the crime scene and gather some information. Precisely. There's no mistaking it. The president was targeted with a gun. Ooh, hello, logic! This is something I'll have to keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Where was security at the time of the gunfire? The police were only in charge of guarding the park's perimeter. The president was being protected by his own personal bodyguards. It's those guys over there. We are the men in black. Oh, no. Why don't you try talking to them, sir? To talk to someone, press the A button while standing near them. Well, I don't have an A button, so... What do you want? You are the president's bodyguards, correct? What was the president's security detail like during the speech? The president had his two best men by his side. The rest were stationed near the stage area. We are professionals. Not professional enough! We constantly kept our eyes on the crowd, scanning for any signs of suspicious activity. You didn't scan it well enough! I see. In other words, security was flawless during the president's speech. Excuse me. Whoa. Phlegm in my mouth. Let's get going. We should talk to the other people and examine anything suspicious, in order to collect the remaining pieces of information from the scene of the crime. I see, so that's how you round up your info! Oh my god. Hold on. So what do you do with all the info after it's squared away? Someone in the crowd is making quite a ruckus, but I don't have time for that now. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, tell me how, please! Tell it to the people who've never played this game. After gathering some pieces of information, you try to find the connections between them. Detective. Hey now, don't be such a stick in the mud. What's this about finding connections? The Rainbow Connection. Excuse me. Wrong series! You connect the two pieces of information that share the link. That's Mr. Edgeworth's specialty. It's called logic, pal! Press the L button to use logic, and the X button to connect my thoughts. I should start by pressing the L button to use logic. Oh, it's a letter Q on this thing. Okay. Yes. And it. How do I connect? Okay, it won't let me connect. Gotta use the mouse. This is so weird. Is it obvious I've never actually played on an emulator? Someone was able to fire a gun under the flawless security, and they were able to avoid being spotted by professional bodyguards. This is no easy task. There had to be a certain amount of preparation beforehand. It's very likely that the president's assassination was a premeditated crime. I expect nothing less from Mr. Edgeworth. What brilliant logic, sir! Yes, well, when you follow the facts and find a connection, you will begin to see the truth. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray farther from the truth. But if I think carefully before piecing the leads together, the logic should flow. Begin investigation! Okay, let's start by examining everything we can! To examine, I approach anything that looks suspicious and press the A button. If I want to consult with Gumshoe, I press the Y button. I don't know what the Y button is on here, so let's consult. Why not? Yes, sir! The rain, it stopped, sir. It was pouring right up until the president arrived. Even the mist after the rain has cleared up. Are you looking forward to the rain? I plan to go fishing at the lake. Rain gives you a better chance at a big catch, sir. During the president's welcoming event, all regular activities in the park were prohibited. It's not a regular activity. There's no activity more special to me than fishing in the lake. Detective Gumshoe. No court of law would recognize that as a special activity. Even in the midst of such a momentous case, the detective is still his usual self. Of course he would be. Detective Gumshoe, I assume you understand how to conduct an investigation? Of course, sir! The basis of any good investigation is collecting information. Examine suspicious objects. Talk to suspicious people. Press the A button to examine objects and talk to people. Also, each person may have something different to say about the evidence you collected. You can present evidence from your organizer to the people you're talking to, sir. Press the R button to go over the evidence that I've collected in my organizer. Excuse me. And press the X button when talking with someone to present evidence to them. I've been with you for so long, Mr. Edgeworth. I pretty much got most of the basics down. And that's pretty much why you still haven't been promoted, Detective. Ouch! Well, since we are presenting stuff, let's present my badge! Such a tiny object. I'm surprised you don't lose it. It is an identification badge for us prosecutors, after all. I see. It must be tough. If it were me, I'd definitely lose it, sir. I'm always losing my police badge. Gumshoe. Having such a talent for losing things must be tough. Gumshoe, no. That's terrible. Alright. Let's go over here and examine. This is... Yeah, I was surprised too. No matter how you look at it, it's definitely... the Steel Samurai. Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo, a hero from a popular TV program. Popular with both children and adults, this has broad appeal. Why would they use a Steel Samurai balloon at the welcoming event, sir? Perhaps he was chosen as the hero to represent our country. In America. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, well, let's actually look at the Steel Samurai. Poor Steel Samurai balloon! It looks so miserable! Indeed. What did it do to deserve such a fate? According to witnesses, the gunshot was heard when the balloon popped. Did a bullet from the gun hit the Steel Samurai balloon? Maybe it was an assassination attempt on the Steel Samurai! Desecrate the Steel Samurai like this. This is a serious crime. Ah, Edgeworth, your fanboy is showing. Detective, we must not let this reprehensible assassin get away with this. Of course, sir! Alright, one more thing. Notice there's a bullet hole here in this flag. Picking is hard! Oops. Oh, I did. God damn it. Buttons. What's even more annoying is I can't skip these dialogues. Alright. It's the flag of the Republic of St. Fa. Its symbol appears to be a phoenix motif. This is What is it, sir? Haven't you noticed that there is an unusual spot on this flag? Compared it to the flag on the opposite side of the stage. There isn't a speck of dirt on it! This flag is spotless, sir! Yes, that is what the flag is supposed to look like. However, there is one spot on this flag that is out of place. Where is it, sir? Please explain it so I can understand! What a helpless man. I suppose I should point it out to him. Move the cursor to the unusual spot on the flag and press the X button to present it. Alright, let's see if I can actually do it. There we go. It won't work. There's an unusual hole in this flag. Ah, you're right! Judging from the burn marks from the hole around the hole, it appears to be a bullet hole. A bullet hole? Then the bullet from the gun must have gone through the flag! I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic to figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Well then, let's do it. Let's do the rupture balloon and the flag with the bullet hole. As a result of the gunshots, there is a bullet hole in a flag and a rupture balloon. That must mean 2 shots were fired, sir! If we include the shot that hit the president, it's possible that 3 shots were fired in total. No, it's also possible that the flag and the balloon were punctured by the same bullet. If only we could be certain about the number of gunshots. Investigation complete! That was a really short investigation. Now then, let's continue the investigation.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! If you find anything new, could you please let me know?
I've been wondering for a while now, but who exactly is that woman?
I thought she was just a nosy onlooker, but it looks like she's investigating too.
Hey, please, I'm begging ya!
In order to figure out how many shots were fired, we'll need to talk to a witness. It can't be helped. Let's try talking to her.
Yes, please, let's talk to her. Oh, Mr. Prosecutor! The name's Nicole Swift. Just between you and me, this case is gonna be my exclusive scoop.
Exclusive? Miss Swift, is it? Could you tell me what you witnessed during...
So how's your investigation coming along? Y'all got a suspect yet? Where'd you get that frilly doohickey around your neck?
Hold it!
Could you please stop talking for a moment? I will be the one asking the questions.
What is this, an interrogation? I reckon I was gonna get myself an interview.
I'd like to know how many gunshots were fired. Can you please tell me what you saw?
Well, I guess... I ain't telling you nothing.
What?
My life depends on info. I ain't giving it up that easily.
Don't be selfish, pal. Won't you please cooperate with us?
Selfish? If you ain't gonna share no info with me, then I'm gonna go get it from elsewhere.
Wait a minute, pal.
If I wait, are you gonna give me what I want? If not, adios, amigos.
We won't budge. We're at a stalemate here.
A stalemate? I wonder about that.
What do you mean, sir?
As you know, chess is one of my hobbies. How does one go on the offensive against a defensive opponent? There are many tactics available on the chessboard.
Really? I don't know much about chess. I prefer checkers. Gummy.
I am very bad at chess. I prefer checkers too. Even if it appears to be a flawless defense, there is always an opening. Observe as I break down her defense with my words.
Logic chess, let's go!
In order to get her to talk, I'll need to use the right strategy. Using the image of a chess game, I need to stay one step ahead of my opponent. I'm sorry, this sounds really goofy. Just explaining logic chess sounds goofy, but the mechanics of it is pretty fun. Now then, let's analyze the situation.
Until you give me some info, my trap's still shut. Yeah.
Southern accents.
She has her guard up, so this is her defensive strategy. If I waste too much time, she may grow impatient. I need to pay attention to the time limit.
Don't worry, it's not as scary as it looks. Not yet, anyway.
I must not be careless with my words. When my opponent becomes agitated or aggressive,
I told ya, I ain't talking. You're stubborn as a mule.
for example, during these times like this, I should calmly wait and see how things play out. The moment my opponent shows an opening, I'll be able to strike. First, I should ask about her identity. Now, let us begin. Wait, I don't actually remember what I picked the last time, so let's hope I get it right the first go around. First, could you tell me your occupation?
No way. If I told you, then you might get the wrong idea.
The wrong idea. In other words, it's a job that you cannot tell others about.
I never said that. I ain't some kind of suspicious person.
You look suspicious to me. Oh no, that's not the answer. Wait and see.
I'm just your run-of-the-mill model citizen.
Please excuse my rudeness. I did not mean to offend you. I may not know the details of your job, but I'm sure that it is a reputable one.
Eh? Well... Yeah, you might be giving me too much credit there. I ain't even done any major articles yet.
An article writing job. Checkmate. Well, check. I heard you mention articles just now. Does your job involve writing articles by any chance?
Dang, nabbit! That's right. I'm an investigative reporter. A bona fide, up-and-coming news journalist.
I see. A reporter. She may already have some information about the case. This will be my next line of questioning. This is where the real battle begins. I'll need to draw even more information from her. Alright, did you witness the incident? Were you present at the time the incident occurred?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, how about some of that info you promised me?
No, ladies first. I insist.
I told ya, my trap shield's shut. You ain't getting it my info that easily.
Taco, I'll arrest you. No, let's wait and see.
This is my livelihood here. Please, I'm begging ya.
If you stick your head in too deep, you may be putting yourself in danger.
Well, I'm a pro after all. A few gunshots don't scare me.
You heard gunshots. I'll admit you're dedicated to your job. However, you still have much to learn. The fact that you heard the gunshots clearly means that you were present during the incident. You must have seen something.
Busted again. I just happened to be here covering the speech, and that's when it all went south. That's all, I swear. I ain't saying another word.
So she was here to write an article about the speech. She should still have the material she gathered for her article. This could be a useful clue. Alright, now we talk about the content of coverage. You said that you are a reporter. Did you come here to gather news material?
You want to know that bad? Give me some info first.
No, you first. Show me what you've gathered.
Honest to Betsy, I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me try using that clue. You must still have the materials. Are you telling me that you came here to gather material and you left empty-handed? You should still have the materials you collected with you.
That's... darn tootin'! I'm a pro! I collect info with my own 2 feet. That's why I ain't giving it up without a fight.
As the prosecutor in charge of this case, I am making a serious plea for your cooperation.
Don't you mess with me! I ain't handing it over and that's final!
Wait and see. I'm just messing with you. These text dialogues.
Please understand where I'm coming from, Mr. Prosecutor.
Being a reporter is a tough job, isn't it?
Ah, so you're finally getting it.
How has your job performance been?
Well, I'm always trying to be the best reporter I can be. This here tape recorder, I always carry it by my side.
Checkmate. I know this is called logic chess, but when you play this, it feels more like Edgeworth being a manipulative bastard. I see. Excuse me, I see. If you're trying to be the best reporter that you can be, then it would be unnatural for you to not have collected any news materials. You recorded it on your tape recorder, didn't you? The information regarding this case.
Ah, doggone it! There goes my exclusive scoop! That's right, I have it on my tape recorder. All the information I recorded for my article is right here.
Checkmate.
Logic chess complete!
I love these fan translators, man. They did a great job with all this translating text and stuff.
That's amazing, Mr. Prosecutor. Before I knew it, you done had me chatting like a chipmunk.
Let me hear what you have on the tape recorder. If I listen to the tape, I should be able to determine the exact number of gunshots.
Fine, but I won't let you have it for free. Other than my mentor, you're the only person to push me this far.
She has a mentor.
In other words, you're gonna be my second mentor. Yep, that's how it's gonna be.
I see, it's kind of like a second home, sir.
And I got one more request. A 24-hour exclusive interview. Please, Mr. Prosecutor, this is my first and final request as your apprentice.
This is difficult to accept, but unless I agree to it, I won't be able to listen to the tape. 24 hours is out of the question, but I will grant you an interview after we solve this case.
But what about being my second mentor?
Also out of the question.
Aw, don't be so ordinary. Well, I guess you take what you get. It's all for the sake of my news scoop. Time to get the ball rolling. Let's begin our exclusive coverage.
Well then, Miss Swift, please begin the playback of the tape recorder for me.
My dear friends, there is a reason for my visit. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that has long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed.
I see. This was the president's speech.
The president passionately addresses the crowd. He's deflating the rumors flying around about a recent decline in his approval ratings. That was my own commentary. I try to create the feeling of actually being there. According to the schedule, there's a meeting after this.
You seem quite pleased that the Yatagarasu incident has been resolved.
Well, of course. It's a great honor for us as well.
Whose voice is this?
Those are the folks standing in front of me. I reckon it was two older men. They kept on whispering to each other.
Where have I heard this voice before?
Oh, the gunshot's coming up. President rises his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling to a fever pitch.
However, the battle is still not over. I declare, here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil.
What in tarnation? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Tape recorder added to the organizer. Seems that 2 shots were fired.
And what do you reckon?
Oops, I just gave her a Southern/German thing going on. Accents, people! It's quite simple, really. Using the bullet's trajectory, we can decide its flight path. 2 shots were fired. 1 bullet hit the president. That means the other shot left a hole in the flag and punctured the balloon. Do you understand now? The location of the perpetrator, who fired the gun. The bullet that struck both the flag and the balloon was fired from here. I don't think it matters where it is, but it's just the left side of the audience. By connecting the bullet marks from the flag and the balloon, we learn the bullet's trajectory. It's likely that the balloon was fired from the left side of the audience area.
Just what I expect from Mr. Edgeworth.
Detective Gumshoe, I would like to investigate the left side of the audience area.
Yes, sir. Wait, you mean we have to move all these people?
Yes, there's no time. We could be losing vital evidence for every second we let slip by. We must hurry.
Yes, sir.
Mentor number 2! Hey, mentor number 2!
Miss Sweat, I assume you are addressing me?
Of course, mentor number 2! This is my time to shine! I'm an expert at crowd dispersal. Light the torches, release the hounds, and run them down!
I appreciate your help, but please not use those methods.
Wow, Swift, that's violent.
Also, please stop addressing me as your mentor. I never agreed to that position.
I heard ya. I'll try to keep that in mind, Mr. Prosecutor.
I probably should stop pretty soon, because I think it's been like 30 minutes now. Mr. Edgeworth, we're ready to begin the investigation, sir.
Miss Swift, Miss Swift here was all. I thought that was Edgeworth.
Miss Swift here was all over the crowd helping us round them up, sir.
This ain't nothing compared to my first mentor's mob wrangling skills.
Seems to be used to this sort of thing. That's a little concerning. However, Miss Swift, all that running around seems to have caused your clothes to be covered with mud. I'll take care of the cleaning bill if you like.
Eh? Oh, you're talking about my parka? Oh, don't worry your fancy little head about it. It's reversible, so I can just flip it around later and it's good as new.
That won't do much for mud stains, though.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's restart the investigation, sir.
The crowd has made a mess of the crime scene. I hope some traces of the criminal are still left behind. Is that pain? That is pain. Alright, we're gonna have to stop here, unfortunately. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of this thing, and this is where I last left off when I was recording, so good place to stop for now. And I'll figure out how to improve this production later on. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!